friends, you are on my channel and its name is Fine Tune Mind. So friends, today I'm gonna discuss about personality disorders, that what is the definition of personality disorders and how many types of these are. Actually, there is a vast variety of personality disorders. These are actually 10, so it is very difficult for me to discuss them in a single video. I'll try to discuss all of them in my next videos, just like one today and one in next video and then next in my another video. So I will start with a general definition of personality disorder that applies to each of the 10 personality disorders. So a personality disorder is an enduring pattern of inner experience and behavior that deviates markedly from the expectations of the individual's culture, is pervasive and inflexible. It has an onset in adolescence or early adulthood, is stable over time, and leads to distress or impairment. So in DSM-5, personality disorders are included in both sections 2 and 3. Before I discuss about one of the personality disorder, I would like to tell you the name of each of the personality disorders and their pronunciations. So you can pronounce the first one is paranoid personality disorder. The second one is schizoid personality disorder. You can also pronounce it as schizoid personality disorder. It's according to the language, it's according to the country. So the accent or the tone may be changed. Another one is antisocial personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, histrionic personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, avoidant personality disorder, dependent personality disorder, obsessive compulsive personality disorder. These are actually the 10 basic personality disorders, and besides them there are also some like personality change due to another medical condition and other specified personality disorder and unspecified personality disorders. But first of all, I'm going to discuss about the personality disorder, and which is a paranoid personality disorder. So paranoid personality disorder is a cluster A personality disorder, and here we have the diagnostic criteria of this, where A is a pervasive distrust and suspiciousness of others, such that their motives are interpreted as malevolent, beginning by early adulthood and present in a variety of contexts, which I'm gonna discuss. The first one is suspects without sufficient basis that others are exploiting, harming, and deceiving him or her. The second one is preoccupied with unjustified doubts about the loyalty or trustworthiness of friends, of associates. And the third one is reluctant to confide in others because of unwarranted fear that the information will be used maliciously against him or her. Fourth one is reads hidden demeaning or threatening meanings into penitent remarks or events, perceives attacks on his or her character or reputation that are not apparent to others, and is quick to react angrily or to counterattack. Persistently bears grudges, just like insults, injuries, or slights. Has recurrent suspicions without justification regarding fidelity of spouse or sexual partner. And now moving towards the B, and it says does not occur exclusively during the course of schizophrenia, a bipolar disorder, or depressive disorder with psychotic features, or another psychotic disorder, and is not attributable to the physiological effects of another medical condition. The one thing which is worth meaning is that if the criteria are met prior to the onset of schizophrenia, at premorbid You can say that it would have the pre-morbid, such as paranoid personality disorder. It would be a pre-morbid. Now I'm going to discuss about the diagnostic features. That what are the diagnostic features of the paranoid personality disorders? The essential features of paranoid personality disorder is a pattern of pervasive distrust and suspiciousness of others such that their motives are interpreted as malevolent. This pattern begins by early adulthood and is present in a variety of contexts. Individuals with this disorder assume that other people will exploit, harm, or deceive them, even if no evidence exists to support this expectation. They suspect on the basis of little or no evidence that others are plotting against them and may attack them suddenly at any time and without reason. They often feel that they have been deeply and irreversibly injured by another person or persons even when there is no objective evidence for this. They are preoccupied with unjustified doubts about the loyalty or trustworthiness of their friends and associates, whose actions are minutely scrutinized for evidence of hostile intentions. Any perceived deviation from trustworthiness or loyalty serves to support their underlying assumptions. They are so amazed when a friend or associate shows loyalty that they cannot trust or believe it. If they get into trouble, they expect that friends and associates will either attack or ignore them. Individuals with paranoid personality disorder are reluctant to confide or become close to others because they fear that the information they share will be used against them. They may refuse to answer personal questions, saying that the information is nobody's business. They read hidden meanings that are demeaning and threatening into benign remarks or events. For example, an individual with this disorder may misinterpret an honest mistake by a store clerk as a deliberate attempt to shortchange, or view a casual, humorous remark by a co-worker as a serious character attack. However, there is no evidence about this. Compliments are more misinterpreted. They may view an offer of help as a criticism that they are not doing well enough on their own. Individuals with this disorder persistently bear grudges and are unwillingly to forgive the insults, injuries, or slights that they think they have received. Minor slights arouse major hostility, and the hostile feelings persist for a long time. Because they are consistently vigilant to the harmful intentions of others, they very often feel that their character or reputation has been attacked or that they have been slighted in some other way. They are quick to counterattack and react with anger to perceived insults. Individuals with this disorder may be pathologically jealous, often suspecting that their spouse or sexual partners is unfaithful without any adequate justification. They may gather trivial and circumstantial evidence to support their jealous beliefs. They want to remain in complete control of intimate relationship to avoid being betrayed, and may constantly question and challenge the whereabouts, actions, intentions, and fidelity of their spouse or partner. The one thing which is to be noted is that paranoid personality disorder should not be diagnosed if the pattern of behavior occurs exclusively during the course of schizophrenia, a bipolar disorder, or depressive disorder with psychotic features, or another psychotic disorder. So friends, this was all about the diagnostic features of the paranoid personality disorder. Now we are going to discuss associated features supporting diagnosis. Individuals with paranoid personality disorders are generally difficult to get along with and often have problems with close relationships. Their excessive suspiciousness and hostility may be expressed in overt argumentativeness, in recurrent complaining, or by quite apparently hostile aloofness. Because they are hypervigilant for potential threats, they may act in a guarded, secretive, or devious manner and appear to be cold and lacking in gender feelings. Although they may appear to be objective, rational, and unemotional, they more often display a labile range of affect, with hostile, stubborn, and sarcastic expressions predominating. Their combative and suspicious nature may elicit a hostile response in others, which then serve to confirm their original expectations. Because individuals with paranoid personality disorder lack trust in others, they have an excessive need to be self-sufficient. They also need to have a high degree of control over those around them. They are often rigid, critical of others, and unable to collaborate, although they have great difficulty accepting criticism themselves. They may blame others for their own shortcomings because of their quickness to counterattack in response to the threats they perceive around them. They may become involved in legal disputes. In some instances, paranoid personality disorder may appear as a premorbid antecedent of delusional disorder or schizophrenia. Individuals with paranoid personality disorder may develop major depressive disorder and may be at increased risk for agoraphobia and obsessive-compulsive disorder. Alcohol and other substance use disorders frequently occur. The most common co-occurring personality disorders appear to be schizotypal, schizoid, narcissistic, avoidant, and borderline. Now coming towards the prevalence of the paranoid personality disorder. A prevalence estimate for paranoid personality disorder based on a probability subsample from Part 2 of the National Comorbidity Survey replication suggests a prevalence of 2.3%, while the National Epidemiological Survey on Alcohol and Related Conditions data suggests a prevalence of paranoid personality disorder of 4.4%. Now the development and course. Paranoid personality disorder may be first apparent in childhood and adolescence with solitariness, poor peer relationship, social anxiety, underachievement in school, hypersensitivity, peculiar thoughts and language, and idiosyncratic fantasies. These children may appear to be odd or eccentric and attract teasing. This disorder appears to be more commonly diagnosed in males more than females. Now, risk and prognostic factors. Genetic and physiological. There is some evidence for an increased prevalence of paranoid personality disorder in relatives of propense with schizophrenia and for a more specific familial relationship with delusional disorder, persecutory type. There are also other issues which are very common. These are like culture-related diagnostic issues. These are very important. Some behaviors that are influenced by socio-cultural context or specific life circumstances may be erroneously labeled paranoid and may even be reinforced by the process of clinical evaluation. Members of minority groups, immigrants, political and economic refugees, or individuals of different ethnic backgrounds may display guarded or defensive behavior because unfamiliarity. These behaviors can in turn generate anger and frustration in those who deal with these individuals, thus setting up a vicious cycle of mutual mistrust, which should not be confused with paranoid personality disorder. some ethnic groups also display culturally related behaviors that can be misinterpreted as paranoid. Now coming towards the differential diagnosis. Paranoid personality disorder can be distinguished from delusional disorder, psychotic type, schizophrenia, and a bipolar or depressive disorder with psychotic features, because these disorders are all characterized by a period of persistent psychotic symptoms. For an additional diagnosis of paranoid personality disorder must have been present before the onset of psychotic symptoms and must persist when the psychotic symptoms are in remission. When an individual has another persistent mental disorder that was preceded by paranoid personality disorder should also be recorded be morbid. Paranoid personality disorder must be distinguished from personality change due to another medical condition in which the traits that emerge are attributable to the direct effects of another medical condition on the central nervous system. This disorder must also be distinguished from paranoid traits associated with the development of physical handicaps, such as hearing impairment. Also, this disorder must be distinguished from symptoms that may develop in association with persistent substance use. So, my dear friends, I have tried to discuss all the aspects of the paranoid personality disorders. I hope you might got an idea beyond the idea about this disorder. Hope you will like it. This was only the one type of personality disorder. I will try to discuss the next personality disorder in my next video. So keep watching. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.